Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Don's Lawns.
Oh yeah, this is my buddy Joey. He's from 25-Eight Coffee, and we just finished filming a blind coffee taste test over on his channel. So make sure you go subscribe to him, hit that thumbs up button, and you can do the same here too. Joey also has Instagram and Twitter with 25-Eight Coffee, so I'll have all those links down below, link to his channel up above. In today's video, I'm going to show Joey kind of like a DIY lawn care starter pack. Okay, so this is stuff that I recommend anyone who's just getting into lawn care considered purchasing. So the first thing we're going to talk about is a mower. And Joey's going to get to try 3 of my mowers. Well, they're all the mowers I have, but he's going to get to try each one and give his opinion on them and let us know what he thinks. So let's get him mowing. Alright guys, so here we are. We got all of the mowers for Joey to test out. We have a reel mower. It's a manual reel mower. Remember, reel mowers are like scissor cuts. As the reel rotates to the bed knife, it scissor cuts the grass. I use that primarily on the Bermuda. You can raise it up to cut taller grass, but it maxes out at about 2 3/4 inches for height of cut. So if you haven't seen my height of cut quick tip, you can go watch that. I'll have that linked up above. That's really good for low turf though, okay? We've also got a regular push mower here. It's just a regular old rotary mower. Got it at Home Depot probably 6 years ago. And then the last mower over there is a self-propelled rotary mower. So this one is actually front-wheel drive, which the front-wheel drive means it's going to pull the mower through and you're just going to walk behind. So these two are both rotary, where the lawnmower blade spins and it's more or less like a sword or a samurai trying to cut the grass, okay? That one's more like a scissor cut. So the tip for these guys is they've got to stay sharp. If you have a rotary mower, you got to make sure your lawnmower blade stays sharp or else it's going to tear the grass. And you don't want it to tear the grass because then it opens it up for disease. You want it to cut the grass and have a smooth cut or else you get the disease.
And can I use this one on a regular lawn?
Yeah. So this one you can use on a regular lawn, but you'll have to make sure you have it set to the appropriate height. Okay. And it may be pretty hard to use on something like St. Augustine because it's so thick. But it's great for Bermuda, which is what I've got here in my Bermuda lawn, which you can see all the Bermuda lawn transition videos. I have a playlist, and I'll have that linked up above as well. Okay, so the first mower that we're going to show Joey how to use and kind of talk about is this Husqvarna self-propelled mower. It is front-wheel drive. The main thing with this type of mower is that you want to make sure that if you're ready to go, you're using these levers here to go. And that's the drive, okay?
This is go.
Yep, that means go. And it'll engage these front wheels and it'll start to pull.
Okay. Simple enough?
Yeah. So let's go ahead and let's fire it up and let's put Joey behind the mower.
That's what I came for, to work.
Okay, so Joey just finished using that Husqvarna, and that was self-propelled. And now this one, it's just full-on push. So it's all man-powered. Aside from the blade spinning, there's nothing else to it. Okay, so we'll pull it, and you just start pushing it, and it's going to mow. You just push it right behind it. You may realize something between the two of them, and I'll ask you about that when you're done mowing. But without further ado, let's fire it up.
Crank it up.
Yeah. So we'll hold the lever down.
Okay.
We'll do it on this one. so we just finished both of those mowers there, and what's your biggest difference between the two of them?
This one's way lighter.
Yeah.
I feel like I can push, even though it's a push mower, right? There's no assistance. I think I can push it all day.
Yeah.
You can cut the front and the backyard. That one's tough, even though you have some assistance with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a little workout with that.
Yeah, and I think one of the things about that is that self-propelled mower, it's made of more steel, it's got more construction, it has the self-propulsion component to it, so it's added weight.
And you feel it, especially when you turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then another thing between the two of them is when we look at the grass, you actually can tell that the regular push mower cuts a little bit taller. Yeah. And that may be due to some of the weight of the self-propelled mower kind of weighing it down. It's also just in design, it's designed to cut a little bit taller than that one. They do make self-propelled mowers that cut taller, but this one, it maxes out, I think, at 3.5 inches. And my mower with the wheels that I put on cuts up to 4 inches. Yeah. So now, let's get over here, and I want to see him mow the Bermuda with the real mower.
I haven't used one of those since I was a kid.
Yeah?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to use
We were
it.
talking earlier about that, and we both started out mowing with a real mower, and it's crazy how it's come full circle, you know, and now we're about to mow the...
It's probably been 20 years since I used one of those things. So.
He's going to be rusty, but I'll coach him up.
Yeah. Let's do it.
So before we get started with the real mower, I raised up the slide, got everything cleared out for him. If you haven't seen the video where I do that, please go check that out on the ID card up above. I put a hinge on the slide so I never have to, you know, move the playscape. I just raise the slide up. I can mow under it now. It's super awesome. Pretty simple to do too. Alright, so the real mower is set at 3/4 inch. And it's probably been 2-3 days since I mowed because we've had a lot of inclement weather. In fact, there's a corner that's still soggy and wet, so I told Joey stay away from that.
You got it.
Alright, so we're going to get him started. Joey, I usually like to mow the perimeter first, and then I'll start doing some long stripes this way. You want to make sure you get a little bit of speed. You don't want to run, but you want to get a little force behind it because it is going to be kind of hard with the grass height. I'm not going to say too much more. I want to see, you know, initial impressions. Okay?
Yeah, I'll put all my energy into this one right here. I've been waiting to use this one.
All right. So we're going to get this baby started. We're going to get it real low with the real mower.
Let's do it.
Let's go. All right, Joe, let's see.
Tell me whether to pick up the pace or not.
Probably a little bit faster. It's all right, yeah. You could probably go a little bit faster.
Start going straight across or...
Yeah, now you can start going in those straight lines.
How do you make that transition like that?
Usually,
Pick it up or...
yeah, usually at the end there, I'll kind of stop, pick it up, set it back down. But sometimes it depends on how fast I'm going. I might just kind of just turn and just go. And then you're kind of starting to see you got to overlap a little bit, right? Because there is a little gap between the wheel and the blade.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're picking it up.
So you knock this out quick because how fast you go.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a lot quicker because you're having to move faster.
That's what I'm saying.
But you also feel it like you're starting to sweat a little bit and you're starting to get a little bit of a workout.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you do it, you know, every other day like I've been doing it, you get used to the pace and you can start going a little bit quicker and start to get it done faster and stuff. But it also helps if you're mowing it regularly because it's going to stay low and you're only taking a little bit off.
Typically, how long would this take you to mow?
If I'm just gonna go through and just mow it just real quick for a quick mow, maybe 20-30 minutes. And this is about 1,000 square feet. 20 to 30 minutes probably. And that's not weed eating, not edging, anything like that. It's just that. And then if I'm gonna try to make it look real pretty for Instagram or Twitter, then I spend a little bit more time. I'll do a double cut and kind of go over it the same pattern a couple times.
But it's tough to get it going at the beginning.
Yeah.
But then once you get the wheel spinning, it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want to see how fast I go?
Let's see it. Show me how it's done.
All right.
You do like a little jog or what?
No.
I'll just start going like that. Man, it's quick. You don't let the blade slow down.
Yeah. That's the thing about it is, as fast as you can go.
I think I just got to work on my stride. Bigger stride. Yeah, that's it.
The second thing in the homeowner starter pack that I would recommend is some type of weed eater.
Okay.
This is a gas 2-cycle weed eater. It's a Ryobi. And so 2-cycle means that it uses oil mix with the gas. And then 4-cycle is just basically straight gas. I started out with an electric weed eater, like a $60 weed eater from Home Depot. Plug into your extension cord, you know. There's all kinds of levels that you can start at. I wouldn't start with a gas unless you're comfortable with gas already. If you are, then go for a 2-cycle probably. It's a little less expensive and it's going to be easier to maintain, you know. But the electric one is perfect for starters, and it's cheap. So if it messes up, it doesn't set you back much. Okay, so we're going to put Joey through the ringer here. I'm going to show him how to use it, start it up, and then we'll see how he likes this one. This is a straight shaft. They also make a curved shaft.
How big is this one?
This is as far as it'll go out, and it's about for like a average person's height, you know, 5'5" to 6 foot. You know, it's a little hard for someone my height. I'm 5'11". I would like one that's a little bit longer, but it's great for the price. You know, the difference between the curved shaft and the straight shaft. The curved shaft is a lot easier to use this way, and then you can turn it up and edge with it as well, and you get a much straighter line than if you had a curved shaft. Okay. It's personal preference at the end of the day. Straight shaft is a little bit more expensive than a curved shaft, but it's also more versatile. You can use it a little more easily in different ways.
What's the appropriate length to keep these at?
So typically, the guard here has this little cutter.
Okay.
So it'll cut that down as you're going.
Yeah.
But, 6 inches is pretty much kind of a standard length there. And then this is a speed feed head, so you'll bump it, and it'll speed feed out more line. So let's put in our ear protection, and let's get started. You'll see it has directions right here on the side. They're pretty standard for like majority of weed eaters. You always prime it, put it into some form of choke, put your safety down, starts right up, and then put it to run. So as you've got this held down, there's the trigger. So, what'd you think?
It's pretty good. I like it. It's not too heavy. The gas is very sensitive though.
Yeah.
When it pushes. I've used some when I was growing up that my dad had it. It's tough to get it going.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one's easy. It's very sensitive. Yeah.
That's one thing that like you learn pretty quick if you switch from electric over to gas, is it's got way more power than what you probably are used to. And it doesn't eat up the gas super fast, but it's got a lot of power.
Yeah.
You know, especially compared to an electric. What'd you notice about some of the sounds, or was there anything else about that, or the weight, or?
The weight was different from the ones that I've used. I think I've used a little bit longer ones, that's why. So this one was easier to maneuver and to handle versus the longer one, maybe because I'm a little guy, but...
It is a smaller motor,
Yeah.
so it's going to be a little lighter than some of those bigger ones. But this is a great entry level, let's get you started with, you know, mowing and taking care of your own lawn. This is one of those great, easy to use. It's only 25 cc's, so it's a smaller engine. Like I said, though, an electric one is what I got started on. With my first house, we had an electric weed eater, and that was the first thing I used. And then there's battery operated too, and then gas, and so on so forth. But it's really awesome. It's a great tool to have. So we mowed, we edged or weed eated, and now you got to finish the job. You got to blow it all out. Okay, so there's different levels of blowers out there. Okay, there's ones like this that have a extension cord attachment, and this is the one I've been using. I got it for free from my father-in-law when I first got our home and we first got started out. So it's a great entry level. They're not very expensive at all. And you can find them for $40 or so at Home Depot, Lowe's, those types of places. You just use an extension cord. Super easy. Okay? But like in my front yard, my extension cord gets caught up in the tree, gets caught up in the edging, it's caught in the bushes when I'm walking around blowing off the sidewalk. So the next level to this, which is something I'm hoping to get pretty soon, is a battery-powered blower. And that just creates more versatility. It's still electric, it's still quieter, you don't have to wear ear protection as much, you don't have to do all of that, but you still have the same range and abilities as like a gas blower. And that's the next one up, is a gas blower, which you're going to pay a little more money for, but you can take it anywhere. You know, you can go wherever you're wanting to go. So homeowners, I highly recommend getting an electric blower, either corded or battery powered. And then, you know, that enables you to take care of your property to the best of your abilities and blow your sidewalks off, blow your grass clippings off the porch, all of that. They don't feel much different than any of the other ones. Yeah, pretty lightweight. The only thing is that you got to consider, you know, having that extension cord is just going to get tangled up behind you sometimes. But if you're just starting out, this is a great blower to have to start out.
You can find it at Home Depot or Lowe's somewhere.
Yeah, so Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace, Tractor Supply, all those stores will have them. You can also find them on Amazon. A lot of people are switching to Amazon nowadays to shop and buy things. And you can get probably everything I've talked about in today's video on Amazon. So there's a lot of versatility out there. It's open for you to go check out. You know, you've got your mower, your weed eater, and your blower. And that's what's going to get you started. Those are the three biggest items for a new homeowner, new DIYer to have and to use for maintaining their lawn. A lot of people are switching to electric weed eaters, electric mowers, and electric blowers, and all of them are very, you know, comparable to the gas versions. Just really depends on your needs and what your space and how tall your grass is, and your height of cut, and things like that as to what you really are needing to use.
And I think all three things that you talked about today, just a basic starter kit, it's going to help because your yard's bigger than my yard. My yard's probably half of this, so I don't need a big gear stuff to maintain it.
So I think that's probably a wrap for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to hit that like button, tap subscribe down below. Go check out 25-Eight Coffee, my man Joey. He's got a channel, he's got a website, 25eightcoffee.com. I'll have all his links down below. And, you know, thanks for being being on the show today.
Thanks for all the tips, man.
Yeah, you bet.
I'm ready to go work.
Yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video. Best of luck in the lawn.